We are hopeless, selfish creatures, and we need a savior.
She was a total heathen.
All right, we're doing a podcast.
And are we doing Sam? Jonathan Adler.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. It's Kate there from ExMo.
I'm over here like fan.
Welcome to a Pride Festival.
I know.
Yes, we are at Utah Pride today. We were yesterday as well with our guest.
This very famous author right here, Jonathan Adler. We did a podcast with him yesterday, and tomorrow or today we're going to be interviewing a few other people. We're not quite sure. We're doing stuff a little bit differently today. As you can probably tell, it's super noisy. We're going live for the second time, and we've just been sitting here and chatting with people and having the best conversations and some sad conversations.
Yeah.
But just hearing some
We are hopeless, selfish creatures, and we need a savior.
She was a total heathen.
We're doing a podcast.
We were in the sun all day yesterday. It's been so delightful.
It's been amazing, and we're doing something a little bit different this time. We are doing a live cast, so we may be distracted with people that are walking by because we've been having so many awesome conversations. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. It's been amazing so far, and I actually got like a little bit emotional when I was talking about it because it's just been awesome. Like, there's so many amazing people here. Everyone is just getting along. And here, I'll just give you a quick view. We're gonna interview her tomorrow. Say hi, Chris. Oh, hey. We're live on YouTube for it's mostly for a recording because we don't. Hello. Oh yeah, I have the microphone. But do you want to talk about your book for a second? We're going to interview her probably tomorrow, but you can talk a little bit about your book now if you want.
Yeah, so I just happen to have a handy copy here, and I can prove that it's mine because look
There
at
she
that
is.
body
Right?
on the back. Right? You can buy anything in this world with money.
And you also need to show them your shirt.
Oh, my shirt, I am launching ExMo Lesbo today. Go to exmolesbo.com.
We love it. Hello. And we're also inviting, we're live, so we might have some.
How are we?
How are you doing?
Good.
Sorry.
I'm micing you.
Thank you. Do you guys we're actually live on our podcast right now. If you have a short story that you want to share, but no pressure, it's super consensual. You don't have to.
Does this resonate with you at all? Of course. Well, not everybody, right? But in Utah, you're either a Mo or an ExMo or a never Mo. Where do you fall? ExMo. And you?
I'm still Mormon. I'm actually two sisters.
Are you really?
Oh, you're still Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. That's interesting.
No, we'd love to hear your
Yeah.
perspective if you're interested.
Sure. I don't know what to say.
I'm going to turn this around. Are you okay being on camera?
What do I say?
We need your
You can just talk.
consent.
Yeah, we just need your consent. Here, I'll give you the microphone. You can just tell your stories because you have left the church. Here, I'm going to give you. So you've left the church and you're still in the church, and you guys are sisters. And can you see yourselves in the thing there?
Yeah.
And you're here at Pride together. So we just love to hear your story and how that's working for you.
I left about 2 years ago now, like at the end of high school, and it was really hard at first to like deal with the way that like everybody in the family kind of took it, but and then like I came out at the beginning of this year. Yeah, I mean like I'd come out to her like a year and a half ago, but I already knew. Yeah, I mean I wasn't hiding it. It just kind of was like, how do you say that to your Mormon family? But
And how was it? Was the coming out okay? Did it go okay?
to my sisters, yeah, it wasn't a problem to them. They're like, okay, great, like, cool, we love you, like, that doesn't change anything. But to my parents, it kind of changed the dynamic. And I think to my grandparents, it kind of like something that like they don't talk to me the same way anymore. Like I'm not engaged with as much, but like definitely like not that that's because I just still want to be like a part of the family.
That's the hardest thing. But at least you have those support of your sister, which is amazing. You're here at Pride.
Yeah. Yeah, I skipped church for this. So.
This is church. This is all about love,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, personally, like, I think that we should just, like, accept and love everybody because, I mean, like, Jesus told us to love everyone, and even if, like, I'm not gay, but, like, I would never judge her or, like, be like, wow, you're, like, less than me or anything because, like, everyone's still a person, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who you love.
I love that so
I
much.
love that.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Tell me your names again.
Yeah.
Ashley.
I'm Brianna.
Brianna, Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys. And this is on YouTube if you want to watch it. You can scan it if you want. It's live now, but it'll be like up, and then we'll post it in a couple of weeks.
And then you can have some time
Yeah, take some candy.
for helping out. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You too. Appreciate it.
So yeah, we're just doing things a little bit differently today, obviously. I don't know how to on my computer. There we go. But that was great. That was like a very different story, and I love it. And I think it's a story that Theo would appreciate as having someone that is still in the church and still very supportive of their sibling. They're here. She's here at Pride with them, which is just fantastic and lovely. And we love stories like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think though that when my Theo came out, he did have support of his sister, his stepsister, but not so much support. It was actually the kids that were more supportive than the adults. So it was like step siblings were fine. You're my favorite.
Yay! Is that a battery?
Sarah.
Wait, oh, but
The car battery. We may not be able to use this.
Oh,
For
does it have
this,
to
but
plug?
I'm gonna use it
It's
for
a
my
regular
phone.
plug.
Oh, can I
Relax.
use it for my phone though? I'm
Oh,
gonna
but
use
yeah,
it.
you can use it for your phone.
Yes.
You're the best. Thank you, baby.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we had the other battery yesterday. Again, we're live, so things are happening on. Hello.
Hello.
We are live on our podcast right now. If you have a story that you want to share, and if you don't, that's fine too.
I do not.
Okay.
That's quite all right.
Just open to buy the book.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
The author, Jonathan, come on over right here so he can sign it for you and everything.
Hi.
So we have, like we said, we have books here. We have Jonathan Alder, who was on yesterday. He wrote Closeted. He went to BYU and was a gay student there. That went well. So he shared his story yesterday, which is ultimately one of hope. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Because he got out and now he is living his authentic life and just feeling really great about it, which is awesome, and we love that story. And he's here signing books and meeting people, so that's fantastic.
I just feel like
Chris is as well. Chris is wow, we've got some fun concerts I'm just listening to. So Chris, who is over who is author of the book Worthy, the memoir of an ex-Mormon lesbian.
And then
She's all the way from Maine to be here. Part of this project. We have so many people from all over the country that come to love and support. This is like our ex-Mormon TikTok community, which we roped Erika into.
Even though I'm not, I feel like I'm almost ex-Mormon at this point. I know so much about the Mormon Church, and I'm traumatized by it.
I know.
So, like, I'm an honorary ExMo.
And we've been asking people here, like, so who do you think, who is who? Which one's the ExMo, which one is the Nevermo? And people are like, ExMo?
And I'm like, what? I don't have the light of Jesus in me.
Never have, never will.
No. Which is just very, very funny.
It just looks like I've fallen from grace. And I've fallen and I can't get up. Nor do I want to. I don't want to get up either.
But I think it's funny that we've rubbed off on each other, and somehow I have the light of Jesus now, and Kate. They're like,
Oh,
are you
sorry.
okay?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Kate is the dirty heathen. She is, but it's so much fun. Are you enjoying being a heathen at
I
Pride
love
this
being
year?
a heathen at Pride. I can tell, just last.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. We're live on our podcast right now. If you have any sort of story that you would like to share. About your life, about your journey? Or are you kids?
How old are you?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
not.
we're not able to do that.
Sorry. I didn't.
Because we do with the consent.
Yes.
Yeah. And we don't put children into groups with grown adults who
Ask them terrible questions.
about their sexuality and such.
Oh my God. Do you need some water? This is when editing a podcast is ideal.
Live
Oh,
podcast.
Live podcast.
That's okay. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna take a sip of water too, just because it is hot as balls out here, guys.
It really is.
Oh, Danny's bringing it. I think it's so
I do want to put that back over there, though.
The book? Oh, this. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I think that's good to have there. That's great. So what has this is your second prize, right?
Third, technically.
Oh, the first one was a debacle, though.
The first
Hello.
one. Sorry.
You got the light of Jesus coming out of you.
I do have the light of Jesus coming right out.
Or maybe that's Satan getting it.
So that's the story we were going to tell you about a lot of the great people. Oops, I turned it off on accident. Yeah, this is why we don't do these live. I want to edit the shit out of this.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Oh, I got it. I was looking at the wrong
Oh, is
side.
it dying?
No, I just turned it off. So, we've been talking to a lot of remarkable individuals, and there was a woman who came by and said that who was a lesbian, and she came by and said her first experience was when she was in Young Women's. She was 16 years old. Her leader was 31. And then they decided they needed to go to the bishop, and the bishop said,
Well, they had
they had an experience." Nope. And the bishop said, "Don't do it
some
again."
other copy and be like, no.
Didn't bother to protect the kid.
No. I mean, why would you go to the police? Why would you take
Totally
this
natural.
person out of a situation where he contact is 16? Because it's a minor.
It's statutory rape.
It is statutory rape, is what that is. And then after that, the leader was feeling guilty, so they went to talk to the stake president. And then the stake president said, "You know what? It's around Halloween. There's a full moon. Satan came and had control of you.
Can you even?
And of course, you're not going to protect the innocent. You're going to protect the 16-year-old. You're going to say, don't do it, and then let's gaslight the shit out of you."
Oh yeah, it was more important to attack the gay of it than to protect the child from a predatory adult. Because in any situation like that, they're with a 30-year-old and a 16-year-old. But in
where have we heard something like that before? Like a 30-something-year-old with a 14-year-old.
Who would do something like that? Who would do something like that?
I mean, if the leader, the founder of the church can do that, then I guess it's okay.
Follow the prophet.
Follow the prophet.
I think we just traumatized everyone around us.
Oh my goodness.
Gave everyone a little bit of PTSD.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We also have the other story about the temple.
Yeah.
Do you want to share that one?
Yeah, so this is great, and I thought it was hilarious, and I wish that this person wanted to share on camera, but they were like, no, I don't public speak, but they said, you can go ahead and share the story. So when, when you're in the church, Kate has explained to me, you can, you're required to give baptisms to the dead. So unconsensual baptisms. People are dead, Mormons decide, we're going to baptize you and drag you into the celestial kingdom, and it's totally a cult tactic to get people to go back to the temple, yada yada. So when this person decided to leave, they were coming out of the closet, and this was a different person. Person. She was coming out of the closet. She was like, "Fuck this noise! I'm out of here, ready to go." And her bishop, when she went to him and was getting her name removed, he said, when you get your name removed, all of the people that you saved, you're going to ruin them because all the work that you've done for them is going to be undone. Did I get that right? In the way that I can understand it.
If you leave the church, their baptisms are null because of you.
What gaslighty bullshit. But she was like, great, sign me up, which I think is awesome. I want to take them out of the friggin' bullshit celestial kingdom.
I think of me, I probably was like, but I don't want to. But no, at that stage when you know that everything is BS, you know that.
And I would have looked at him and said, throw the fucking celestial kingdom into the sun. I don't care. Get those people out of there. That's right. Because we know.
Right.
No.
Yeah, this one says no. That was your first word, right?
No, it was Baba.
Oh,
Food
Baba.
for bottle.
Oh, for the bottle. And then when you got anything else, no,
Baba. Yeah, food. I think that was the first thing I said before Mama. But anyway, so yeah, we've been getting these great stories from people. We've been talking to lots of different folks that have been coming by, which has been really fun. Hello. And we started to talk a little bit, and then we got distracted because we were coming by your first Pride. You were very uncomfortable.
Yes. Yeah. So that was in 2022. I went because my kid Theo had come out, not as trans yet. It's an evolution. It's an evolution for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who they are. So Theo came out, was non-binary at the time, and their older sister, their stepsister, said, we're going to go to Pride. And an older stepsister had to be like 17, 18, and there wasn't a whole lot we could do to stop her. And Lee was like, well, I'm going with my sister because she is supportive of this. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a good mom, and I'm going to go with you, just to show my kids that I loved and supported them. And my ex-husband and I went, and we went to the parade, and
Wait. Ex-husband.
Ex-husband, like this last ex-husband. Yes, he did.
What?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So
how do I not know this?
I don't know. Maybe
I did
didn't
not
mention
picture
that.
you because I know her. I worked with this person, and I would have never. I don't think that they mentioned. Did I know them at that time?
Honor code.
2022.
Oh yes.
Yes, we did. So we went to Pride or the festival, and the whole time I was just like,
talks about
so
her coming out.
Theo was seeing friends here, and I was just like, I hope nobody sees me here. Like, I hope I don't see anyone that knows me. And I did see a couple who had since left the church.
2014.
I wouldn't expect to see you here. Like,
So, yeah, and all the
she endured it. I did. I would, because that's what you do. You endure it. And the whole time I'm like, I'm missing church for this. I'm missing church for this. Jesus is going to be so disappointed in me. And we watched the parade, and I told you earlier there was one entry with a bunch of guys on like these bicycles with inflated penises on the front of them. I don't even remember what the entry was, but I was like, and people running around with like pasties on their chest and dressed like harlots, you know, and I was just like, I'm out. So as soon as the parade was done, I go to the festival here, and I was like, I can't stop you, but I'm gone. I did the best I could to support what you done, and I went back and just tried to like block it out, suppress it. It was
Next week, the audiobook comes out.
That was a
I wish I had a
And today we have.
If you're interested, you can
Yeah,
join
it
my
was
email
wild
list.
to watch this woman who, when I met her, I know would have been.
It's a very excellent area.
I mean, like you just said, like abhorrent, just like totally horrified. And we just did a little TikTok about it because like the sea change from then to now. If someone had told me then, when I knew her as this Mormon with the rod of brass, if someone had said you're gonna go to Pride with her in a couple of years and you're gonna march in the parade with gay Jesus with a couple of women in fishnet thongs and a whole in the conversion therapy survivor
and a bunch of ex-Mormons who are openly ex-Mormon, because we've got a lot of great TikTok creator friends here.
I would have said no way.
And I would have straightened my back a little bit harder, and I would have clutched my pearls a little bit tighter, and I would have said, not me. I'm going to try to be an ally. It's okay if it's other people's children, but not mine, you know?
Yeah, and today was just amazing. It was so warm. The parade was kind of wild because I've never watched in the Pride Parade before. I think I've been on the side of it, like when I was living in Los Angeles. I saw it, which is we got to do that sometime. There's a trying moment. You like this? That is over the top, crazy fun. But here, I mean, there were a gaggle of men behind us in banana hammocks, dancing with what are those things? I had it when I was like, I had a get in shape girl.
Sorry, banana hammocks.
You've never heard that?
No. A Speedo is a banana hammock.
Banana hammock. There's a drink you can get over there. That's a banana hammock.
It makes sense.
We're getting you a banana hammock.
I love a banana hammock.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Anyway, so that yes, there were guys in banana hammocks. Yeah.
And they were like shaking it out with their
Oh, it was
ribbons,
so
I
great.
guess, like that you dance with. And they were amazing. Got some really great video. Hello.
Hello. This is
We're just saying hi to you. I'll turn this around really quickly for 1 second so you guys can see just everybody.
okay.
Like
gotcha.
a quick,
I wanna
just
be
like every. Oh wait, just what just happened?
I don't know.
Did I stop it?
No.
I think I stopped it. Oh, thanks. Whoops.
That's what you get with a couple of midlifers thinking they understand technology.
What happened? I just hit a button or something. I don't know. Where'd it go? Where's the picture? I don't see the picture.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Or my mom left like a text message the other day, and it was just like, "Thanks for having us at Theo's graduation." Oh yeah, I'd like you to have a chocolate creamy, please. Oh sure. Oh wait, I'm still recording, and then she sent it to me as a text.
I kind of love that.
I know, I do
That's the
too.
first thing. Well, that's a nice thing.
That was a great thing.
Anyway. So yeah, I'll just turn this around really quickly so you guys can see the pride. I'm gonna try not to hit any buttons because I don't want the picture to go away. But this is the pride. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna spin it really quick. Sorry. You're on our podcast for 1 second. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just kind of showed up.
Yeah. Well, we were just like spinning. I think it's all right.
Yeah. At any
This is
rate.
my bit just about being a clear student.
But anyway.
What were we saying after fire and before fire?
Yeah, so we're doing this today. Tomorrow we're going to interview one of the people with the Conversion Therapy Survivor Network, Sam, who is amazing. What's his last name? Nieves, Sam Nieves. He's amazing. Helped organize this whole event, which has been like stupid phenomenal. I'm going to be like unpacking all of it for the next little while. So this is I've been to Pride before. In other places, I was in Pride here
What's
2
popular
years
in the fan
ago.
fiction
It was not as good as this, and I'm not sure if it's just because I'm like a part of it rather than just being here.
Also, you didn't ride your bike 25 miles.
Yeah. My husband and I lived about 25 miles from here, and we rode our bikes all the way here. The last
50-mile round trip.
We took tracks back.
Okay, good.
I was really tired though. Like it's not something I can do all the time. It was really fun, and it's pretty fun. So it was okay. But this year, it just like the energy feels different, and I don't know if it's just because we have a table and we're like meeting people in different ways. Oh, there's a person.
Navigating that new experience.
Hello.
Who are we
you.
looking at? Yes.
I'm just so we're live podcasting right now. I'm wondering if you want to be on the podcast for a second, just because your outfit is so fantastic.
It's amazing.
Just to share your outfit, if nothing else. You guys got to see this, so hopefully he says yes.
And you
Oh
have
my
a Latter
goodness.
Gay Stories umbrella.
So do you want to share your story at all?
Is it a Latter Gay story?
Oh,
it's not.
I saw that.
Yes, we need to consume more materials.
Here, do you want to, we're live podcasting right now. Do you want to be on at all?
No, I haven't read it.
No, it's consensual. Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
it's quite all right.
So that's
No
totally fine. You guys aren't going to see these awesome outfits, but
They are
they're
spectacular.
glittery and sparkly and sequins
And we
down.
got them from
You'll do it?
Yeah.
But I don't want to catch. I'm going to turn the camera around, so move that way if you don't want to be on the camera. But you do. No. Oh! I'm spinning it around.
Can you see? It makes a difference.
And there's the black and the green, and for Soleil, and then for his birthday, and then we watched Wicked like a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, and it's just matching all the time. And there's
So yeah, it's a sunglasses.
yeah.
I love it. You look amazing.
Thank you. $10 for
That's perfect. Thank you so much for sharing.
Happy Pride. you
Happy
two.
Pride.
Take care.
So that's fun, and I'm glad you guys got to see the outfits because they were pretty fantastic.
Yes.
So many just like amazing people are walking by, and the most fantabulous outfits you have ever seen. We're like so plain. Next year, though, thongs and fishnets.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We're just gonna have to. Well, I'm gonna work out a lot.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing.
We're just gonna be in the gym and doing lots of push-ups and yeah.
Next mo never mo walk into the gym because
Yeah.
they need it.
Maybe we could do that. There is another one too.
Right.
Someone just walked by in a Spider-Man costume, but it was a lady, and it was amazing, which was
For
really
sure.
fantastic.
For sure.
I forgot what we were talking about. We're a little all over the place because we are live, but it's kind of fun, I feel like, to be here at Pride and a little bit different. You need some. We're also very tired. It's hot. And we were here all day yesterday and then watching the parade, and we were up very early and podcasting and TikToking, and then what did you do last night?
All right. I'm in a band.
Not just any band.
No, I am in a naturalist naked band.
Naturalist.
It is. That's what
I
they
know.
call themselves.
I know. It's just funny to hear it. That doesn't mean they go on nature walks, or maybe, but
But yeah. So that's been fun. Ask me if I would have done that even like 2 months ago. I'd have been like, no.
I love the evolution of this human going from like the most self-righteous person that you could ever imagine to being in a fucking naked band.
It's true.
Like,
It's true. And it's not as, and the thing is, it's not as shocking as it was. Like, I mean, they say it like initially, and then after that, you're like, oh, we're just bodies.
And I will say, like, I had a totally different but similar experience. When I was living in LA, there were these Korean bathhouses that you could go to, and they were naked. The ones like where it was co-ed was not naked, so it was just ladies. But the first time I went there, I was like, and I like had my little robe, and I'd wear it around and take it off, and then like jump in the tub. And I thought I was, at first I was very uncomfortable. But then I got like, 15, 20 minutes in, I was like, this is amazing. And I was like just super naked and like through my robe. It was just like running around naked. And I was like, this is the best. It's really fun. So she hasn't been naked yet, but she's going to, and she's going to love it when she gets comfortable.
When I go to Element 11, which is Utah's Burning Man.
Which is 2 weeks from now.
A week and a half. Yeah,
Week and a half.
a week and a half from now. Yeah. Would you have ever thought, no? If I were to go back to Kate like 2 years ago, she'd be like, no, that's not who I am, but it's who I'm.
I love it. I love the evolution. And it is like such an amazing thing to witness as a friend and just to see you like blossom and thrive. And I know it's up and down, but the trajectory is like this. It's like the moral arc. You know what I mean? We go back and forth. We have dark times, we have lighter times, but the arc bends towards justice is what they say. And I think your arc is bending towards thriving and happiness. Oh, I'm like gonna get emotional.
Thank you. I love this woman.
And I know you've been through it. I'm like getting like super emotional right now.
Yeah.
This has been awesome, and it's also probably because I'm a little bit tired because I had a rocking crazy good time last night, you guys. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Tell us what you did.
What she did pales in comparison to what I was up to. It was, I don't even know. Can I say this on YouTube?
Go for it.
Yeah, I did a bunch of schoolwork for my master's program.
Wait, hold it back, Erika. Bring it down.
It sucked. It was such a bummer. And I'm so tired. And when I was there, I was like, I really wish I was playing with a naked band right now. I was like, this is so much less fun. I'm like eating cauliflower and hummus and dipping spinach in dressing and like trying to finish my work, which I still have not finished. It's due at 11:59 tonight, which also totally sucks because I don't want to go home and do more work, but it is what it is, and I'm glad to be able to be getting my education. It's just I'd rather be just super priding right now.
Yeah, and we will be. We get to go on in about 45 minutes or so. We get to go to a little reception for David Archuleta, who is performing here in Utah, which is pretty damn exciting.
Tell them why you are VIP, and we'll post this video at some point soon for Pride Month.
Yes.
But this is an amazing story, and this is partly kind of sort of how we got to know each other.
Yes.
Before this, but in a similar vein. So
Sure.
you go.
Yeah, so my Theo came out as a member of the LGBTQ community a few years ago.
Actively.
Yes, we're doing an active podcast.
We're live right now.
And then we are authors.
So, yeah, when Theo came out, I initially was like, no, you're not. And you're a little confused, very much that way. And because the church told me that when someone does come out, that you have to use the name and pronouns they were assigned at birth, and that it's confused.
It's basically
You guide them back into who you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that family, the proclamation of the world pretty well. And it was saying that, relationship between a man and a woman, and gender is an important part of who you are. So for the long,
And it is an important part of who you are, but there's a spectrum.
right? But
And it's not-
it was very binary. You're this when you were born, and this was how I was taught, and I was homophobic. I'd like to say, like for the previous few years, I said I was an ally, but that was for other people's children, and if I liked them, but not for my own, So Theo and I struggled for a really long time. Like, we butt heads, and I would try to convince them to go to church, and they didn't want to. They didn't feel loved or accepted there. And I was trying so hard to be right, but I felt so wrong. And I listened to podcasts and I spoke with parents with LGBT kids in the church. Of course, I didn't want to talk to anybody outside of the church, really. And it wasn't until spring of 2023 when Theo was in a play at the University of Utah, and everyone in the cast used they them pronouns. And I saw the way my kids lit up when people validated them and used their pronouns, and I was like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, I'm denying my kid that kind of joy from being validated. And so after that first performance, I said, you know what, I'm wrong. I was wrong the whole time, and I will use your pronouns, and I will learn to be a better ally and defend you. And so that was the beginning of my journey as a mom. So last year, and then I left the church because that was one of the reasons why I left the Mormon church. Fast forward to last year, David Archuleta came with a song called Hell Together, and it was about his experience with his mom, where she, same kind of situation. David came out as gay, and she was like, yeah, I think maybe I can be on board with that. And then he decided to leave the church, and she was like, I love you, but I love God more, which I heard my own voice in what she had to say to him. Like, I love you, child, but I love God more. And so she did that, and then a couple of days later she came back and she said, David, you know what, if you're going to hell because that's what members of the church believe, then we're going to go to hell together. Like, I'm going to go with you. And so she left the church and became his biggest cheerleader and his biggest ally. So he wrote this song in tribute to his mom called Hell Together. And I get emotional thinking about it. The first time I heard it, I was sobbing because I was like, that's my story. That's my story with Theo. And I did a TikTok video about it last year. I just set to the music, and I said, this is my story with Theo, and it went pretty viral. And
I think that was one of the first ones that I did see.
Was it?
Yeah. Before everything happened with the story that you're about to tell, and I was like,
yeah, I mean, and maybe because it's truth, and learning that my truth was wrong. What I believed to be true was hurtful and harmful and damaging to the person I love more than anyone. So I did this video, and Good Morning America found it, and last year at this month, they reached out to me and said, "We saw your video. We'd like to fly you out to New York and for Pride Month." And okay. And I asked Theo, I'm like, "Are you interested in this?" And they're like, "Well, sure." So we were flown out to New York City to be on Good Morning America this time last year, and they surprised us. David Archuleta was there, and we got a chance to meet. It was like a surprise meeting, and they did like a little concert for us. So amazing. As we were able to share our story and our journey, and how his story had influenced us. And so we got a chance to meet him, and they surprised us like free VIP tickets forever, But I'm like, well, okay, if he ever comes, and he came, so he's going to be here for in about an hour. He'll be performing in a little over an hour, and so we cashed in our VIP tickets, and so Theo and I and Erika and Theo's boyfriend will be going backstage to meet David in just a little bit here, so we can say thank you again for being like a light and an inspiration, because now he is like all out.
Yeah, which is amazing and fantastic. And one of his more recent videos, he is like
a
I
creme
am
brulee.
out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is amazing.
Which
That
we have
he's just owning it. Sorry, what you
yeah.
said?
Oh, sorry. He's like, no doubt he'll be singing his song today.
Yeah, which is just awesome that he's just completely out and owning it and his authentic self and living happily. And that is like, I'm on the cry again. Just like looking out at everybody here. We talk a lot about fuck. I'm tired.
No, it's okay. You're entitled to feelings, Erika.
We talk about how hard it is here for different types of people and the harm that is done, and you see that a lot.
Yeah.
And you have your own experience here with that, and I, as an outsider moving here, it's one of the harder things for me to see, and often to not be able to talk about or say anything about, except for where I was working. I couldn't voice certain things when things were going awry, or I would pay the price for them. Things were sideways, things were harmful. Here, just like looking around, it's just like, it's such a nice energy, and it is like overwhelmingly nice and just like super awesome to be around this, especially in this deep red state, and in this time when there is a lot of hate. As we're talking, I don't know what's developing in Los Angeles, but I know there've been some things going on not around Pride. I mean, Pride is happening there too, yay, but there's been some stuff that's been overshadowing that, no doubt, on purpose. But there's just a lot of darkness, and this feels like such an amazing, lovely space. Everyone is just happy and smiling. I'm looking out at the crowd right now. I'm hearing someone laugh right next to me. I'm seeing people smiling, and it's awesome. It's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Another thing about this too is I know that everybody's on their own journey and figuring out who they are. And I think it's a lifetime to figure out who you are and who you're becoming.
And you change.
And there may be people whose sexual orientation changes over time, and that's okay. Because we all, like, the labels that we have will change from time to time. I did a podcast with Theo last year about this time as well. And I love what they said about labels and how they help us. Labels help us feel safe and accepted, and like we have an identity for a time. And at some point that label might change. So maybe I am non-binary now, maybe I'm asexual now, maybe I am a lesbian now, maybe I am trans, whatever it is can change over time. But think about how that is in our own lives. Like, I go from being a child to a teenager to an adult, or in your profession. Well, I'm a student now, I'm a teacher now, I am an engineer.
I'm unemployed.
Or I'm unemployed. Now I'm a podcast. Our labels change over time.
We're doing a live podcast right now. If you have any story that you want to share, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
She
that
looked at us
reaction.
like,
That was like,
no.
no way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, can we ask you a quick question? We won't put you on. Maybe I'll give you a microphone. We've been asking everybody. So the title of our podcast is, and I'm sorry I interrupted you. We'll go back to
for
it. An ExMo and an EverMo walk into a bar, and we've been asking people because we're curious. Who would you guess is the ExMo and the EverMo? Can I turn it
You
around?
can be wrong if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna guess you're the ExMo.
She gets that.
I got it. You won. You won a prize.
You win a prize.
You won a prize. Thanks for guessing and for coming.
She's still got the light of Jesus in her, and I never have. That light was snuffed out a long time ago.
I don't believe that. I'm a convert.
A convert out of the church or into
Still
the church?
In the church, but it's difficult.
Yeah.
I have a daughter who's gay, so my support is 100% loyal to her. So,
And we love that, and that is can be a hard place to be in, but good for you for being an ally and finding that balance.
we wouldn't be anywhere else, and we're better because of it. So when I do attend church, it's a very different experience, and I see it like with her eyes. So
I love that.
yeah. It's been hard. Our family is a little divided, and there's beliefs, and
That's her story.
black and white, and we're like all sorts of colors, and I don't know. So that's
That's exactly or very much where she's come from. She's out of the church now, but well, you can tell your story.
No, but I love that you are able to stay part of this and to try to be but you're trying to be change.
Yeah.
Right, and
We
you're
need it.
and you're being a light and example to those around you. And
I wear my rainbow Jesus pin every Sunday, and
I love
And
that
a
so
shirt
much.
that says "Love Wins."
yeah.
So
I couldn't
that's
find anything, so I made this at like 10 o'clock last night.
Did you really?
it's beautiful.
I love
Wait,
it.
you guys have to see this.
It's a little ridiculous.
Are you
but
okay? We show. Well,
Yeah.
we got our
It's my chest.
Can you see it in there? Is that awesome? We love that.
So these aren't yours, right?
So this is the author here. Sorry, let me turn this.
Yeah.
This is the author. That's Jonathan. He was a student at BYU, and he wrote Closeted. And then Chris, I don't know where she went, but she wrote Worthy, and she is now calling herself ExMo Lesbo.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So you guys have a podcast.
Yeah, just be aware that it is colorful.
Very
We use a
colorful.
lot of language, and it's not.
It's not faith promoting.
It's not faith promoting. It's not. We don't. Yeah.
Sounds real.
It's real.
pretty raw.
It's real. Yeah, it's pretty raw, but it's funny. We say that we are deconstructing Mormonism from our two different perspectives as an ExMo and an EverMo, with humor and empathy and cocktails
Yes.
and a lot of swearing.
I love it. Well, that's how I was raised.
Perfect.
You'll feel right
You'll
at
love it. So grab a cocktail or a
Let's
mocktail. Sit down and watch it if you want, but just be aware if there's kids around, there's language.
Okay. We're empty nesters now.
Okay.
Well, thank you for
Thanks
being
for
an awesome
chatting
mom.
with us. Yeah, and thank you for being awesome.
Thanks so much. See, that is why, I mean, when we talk about the church, it's the harmful practices of the church. It's not the people.
No, it's the leadership. It's
The
the
church-
leadership and what they instill in everybody.
And you may hear this all the time where people who defend the church will say, it's not the church, it's the people.
No,
That is-
it's not the people, it's the church.
It's right. It couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, because yes, all humans are flawed. It doesn't matter what your religion, your background, whatever. Everyone is flawed. We have strengths, we have weaknesses, we are messy, we are beautiful.
And that's lovely.
Yeah,
But the church is a manipulative, coercive, abusive organization that is doing all of those things for money and power. And then you have people who are in situations like that, and good for her for supporting her kid.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who don't, because they've been so instilled that their kid is wrong, and that's what we're always talking about. We're not talking, and sometimes we will talk about members who behave in a certain way because they've been told to behave in that way by the church, to be judgy, to be self-righteous, to put people down, or to disengage from their family. Sorry, we're live. But it's the leadership that has done that to people, and that's who we're talking about. And I feel sad for anyone who has been manipulated and coerced by them, and I feel happy for people who are able to try to navigate it, like that woman is doing. We're live right now. If you want to say hi, no.
You're all right.
But we should actually probably. Did you have a thing you wanted to finish?
No, just that my heart is very soft for members of the church. Like, again, this is what we do is never, ever intended to hurt members of the church. I know how it can be done. It can be interpreted that way. But, I mean, people like that give me hope. And I have a lot of love for people who fight for what's right, which is love. Yeah. Love for humans, acceptance for humans. And I mean, boundaries, of course. I don't know if you've heard this before, but I'm a fan of boundaries. It's kind of my war cry. But anyway.
But she had that great shirt on, Love Wins, which is lovely, and like lets her child know how much she supports them, which I think is great, especially knowing the messaging that you're getting bombarded with by church leadership.
And we have Ryan Josiah here today with us. He's been busy taking pictures as gay Jesus all day long.
Such a celebrity. I'm like, ooh,
I know, we know gay
him.
Jesus, but that's the reason he does it, is because he wants to show people that Jesus, who was taught to be a man who embodied love, can be. And he's found in the LGBT community. I think all the time that if Jesus were here today, he would be visiting the marginalized, the members of the LGBT community.
I think if Jesus, well, I don't believe in Jesus. If Jesus were real and Jesus came back, I think Jesus would be like, that probably is the second coming of Jesus. Like, just loving and happy and accepting and riding around on a glitter cross on a scooter. That's who Jesus would be.
Spending his day in the heat taking pictures with people who are healing from trauma, and letting them know how loved they are. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, and just taking that symbol of trauma from the church and turning it into one of love and acceptance. And there's been a line, I don't think it's stopped. There's just hugs from Jesus. Just as we've been talking, I've seen a bunch of people come up and hug him just in the last 2 minutes. So gay Jesus is giving away free hugs and love and acceptance as real Jesus would do. That probably is him. He's come back, guys. And with that, we should probably wrap up because we have to go see David Archuleta.
Yes, we do. We got to get David Archuleta on,
which will be so much fun. But this was fun doing a live thing. We don't have drinks, so I think maybe we can just say, maybe this time we can say, "Yay, Pride."
We're actors. We can pantomime.
We can't do water. I think air might be okay.
Okay.
Cheers to Pride, or cheers.
We're gonna say cheers to Pride. So until next time, everybody.
Cheers to Pride. See you guys.
We are
dorks.
Dorks.
Which I think.